Good morning. Good morning, all our beautiful spiritual friends. This is Ananda Devi. This morning, I've decided to do a talk about relationships. I've actually been contemplating doing this little YouTube clip for a while because I'm going to be using words such as soulmates, twin flames, words that are very new agey, and yet my relationship with Ramaji has definitely been indicative of a twin flame union in many ways, but not necessarily in the way that it's described, which tends toward the more woo-woo type of spirituality versus the more practical way that I prefer to see this world. I guess because Ramaji and I are particularly practical people as well as non-duality teachers. Anyway, what's very interesting about a real loving, committed, deep relationship is the bond, the knowingness that you are attached to a person who is bringing out the very best in you, sees the best in you, is able to bring that out in you at least 80% of the time. You feel that you are comfortable communicating anything to this person. You are able to be together and not necessarily always entertain one another. Your lovemaking is on a level which is surreal. It's magical, and it doesn't stop being magical. However long the relationship tends to go on for, which in many respects, is a twin flame relationship or soulmate relationship is a relationship that should and can last forever. It's the bonding of what they feel, or what has been said, are two halves of the same whole. In other words, a soul that has been separated for a very long while and has chosen this particular lifetime to bond together. But the goal of the union is not only to be together and love one another, it's also to help the universe. And so one must ask oneself, how is it that I'm serving with this person? If you feel that you're in a twin flame relationship, or that you're with a person who you undoubtedly know that you just don't want to be without, there usually is a reason. And the reason is usually not only about the self, your own self. It's usually about a self-discovery and then a message. In mine and Ramaji's case, it's very much about the teamwork and the work we do together. We both bring out the best in one another, and at the same time, we're able to help our students. And we use our different techniques, and we use our different personalities, and we use our different energies to really help awaken the person sitting in front of us, or the student sitting in front of us. If one of us gets stuck, we use the other, and so on and so forth. So the work I want to begin to do is with people, with couples. Ramaji and I were saying how our particular relationship, after having had many relationships that didn't work, Ramaji had a few marriages that didn't work, so did I. We both had to make such significant life changes in order to be together, and these were really difficult years. But we stuck it out. We knew that something was going on that was way beyond what we understood theoretically, or what made logical sense. And the first thing to drop, if you think you're in one of these very spiritually inclined relationships, is the word common sense, which is and was something that I had a deep problem with, because I'm so practical, because I'm so inclined to want to do what's right, what is perceived right and perfect and all that. It didn't work in this case. In my case, I had to break the mold. I had to break the pattern. I had to I had to model what it means to not be in control at all, and watch the unfolding of, what could be called a huge drama, but at the same time, it really was liberating. And what it really did was help me put what I knew into practical reality. The word we often say in non-duality, you need to surrender, you need to let go, you're not in control. And it's very easy to say when life's going well, and it's not so easy to say when you have children, when you're living in the West, you've got to earn money, you're getting divorced. These things come about, and you want to control the way your children behave. You want to control what makes them happy or sad. You want to control how other people speak about you, what they think about you. It worries you. All that has to be dropped. All that. Because yourself, the spark of divinity that you are, has its own plan for you. You need to be able to tap into what that plan is. You need to be able to follow your bliss, your own excitement. You can't do that when you have the mind in the way, telling you what's right and what's wrong. By all means, use your brilliant mind. It's not going to go away completely. You're going to have little thoughts and ideas now and then, but use it as your ally, not the controlling force of all your decisions, because you want to come from the heart. You want your heart space to be the most prevalent, important space within you, because everything is love. You reach a point where they call it dropping into the heart, or really understanding this teaching. You really are not separate from anything or anyone. You are a part of everything, and everything is a part of you. Nature, other people, objects, it's all a Maya, but a beautiful one. Anyway, I am going to be embarking on this theme alongside Ramaji for a while. We just believe that there is so much potential within relationships, and most of that potential is just not being tapped into. The majority of seekers are on this lonely path. And while the path is to be realized oneself, we're not living in times where it's just about realization stop. It's about realization and. What do you do with what you know? How are you being towards the ones you love? What difference are you making in the world, and why? Are you changing? Are you transforming? It's the age of information, but information is simply not transformation. Information is not transformation. They're two different things. We have to use the information we're getting in order to transform the practical issues within our lives, such as our relationships and our jobs, what we find important, our value systems. Why do we value what we value? The biggest question to ask is why? I love you all. I'm really excited to do this next bit. I think what I'll do is probably just start with a string of videos talking about relationships in general, how to encourage communication, self-love, understanding other, recognizing where you are projecting, recognizing when they are projecting, but most importantly is, of course, communication, learning how to communicate effectively, and honoring each other's space and being able to be vulnerable. Those are big themes. And authenticity. Nothing you guys haven't heard before. I go over this all the time, but what I do recommend is sessions, RASA and sessions, always, either alone or with your significant other. There are so many ways to overcome any issues you may think you have. Even a relationship which might seem challenging, if you can just learn to focus your attention on what is working versus what isn't, and communicate about what isn't, be able to address the issues in a way that is beneficial for both of you. In other words, not taking the other person too seriously, not feeling that you're being insulted or attacked, but a way that you can communicate that is real, to the point. What do I want? What do I want? What is meaningful for me? These are the times. Anyway, thank you. I love you. I'll see you guys soon. It's always a gift to be able to share with anybody who is open to A, awakening, and B, coming to this place of love and truth and unity and harmony. And that's what this is all about. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.